How's your offseason been?
It's been smooth. Just going into the season, this off season, just everything about this year more smoothly than I think I was last year. Obviously, having a year, under my belt, I got a lot more, experience. So going into this year, I know what to expect.
What was sort of your process heading into this off season? How did you sort of figure out what you wanted to work on?
After taking some time off, going back from last season, and I guess just sort of self-evaluate myself every now and then from last season, going back, watching old film, old practices, and then taking what the new coaches this year are teaching us, and kind of just combining the two, and just keep moving forward from there.
When you look back at your film from last year, what was your takeaway from your game, specifically the way you played?
It was all right. Obviously, some games better than others, but that was kind of my whole thing, just going in and being very critical of myself, fixing that at practice, off the field, and making it better for next season.
You feel like more confident in year two now?
Oh yeah, 100%. And that just comes from, like I said before, just last year having that full year under my belt. Going into this year, knowing what to expect, knowing how to move, developing a better routine for myself on and off the field. So.
How's it been working with Jim Harbaugh? We heard a bunch of different stories about him.
Yeah, he's real cool. My kind of just taking it back. My first impression of him. I mean, like obviously we played him. I didn't really talk to him when we played him that much. It was like a good game, coach, and all that type of stuff. But I think the second day, after he accepted the job, he called me. We just chopped it up. He was, just kind of, picking my brain about stuff. And we were just going back and forth. So I knew from that moment on he'll be real cool. And then coming in here and meeting him in person, kind of just lived up to stuff we was talking about on the phone. But yeah, no, he's real cool. I like him.
Everything he does that stands out to you. I mean, we saw him doing push-ups with Junior.
Yeah, not very detailed. He's very involved with a lot of stuff, which I don't think you see too many coaches doing that. We'll be over there on the ropes outside, and he over there right next to me in his khakis and button up doing it. So that's that's real cool. That's not even. I mean, it's not just like a oh look at coach thing. It's like oh like he really want to be involved with us. So just having that type of leadership is very helpful.
Did he give you any pushback about when you guys faced Michigan?
Oh yeah, not the first day. Not the first day. He said something about it, then Coach Herb said something about it. I was like, how you doing? I'm cute. He's like, I know exactly who you are. I remember that long run I had, but I was just kind of jokes for a few days, after that, but it was fun. It's funny.
What's it been like working with your position coach, Sanjay Lal, so far?
Yeah, he's real cool. He's very detailed, just like every other coaches here. Very detailed, very passionate about what he does. So I'm very excited to be working with him this year.
You mentioned that he's been showing you some DK Metcalf tape.
Yeah.
Has that been helpful? And if so, how has it been helpful?
Just, I mean, obviously we still have pretty different games, me and him, but just as far as being a bigger receiver, he's just kind of focusing on the parts of him getting low, him coming in and out of his breaks, and how he was working on that with him, and kind of just translating that to me and how he's gonna work on that with me. So it's been helpful for the most part.
Does that give you confidence in a coach? He obviously was there and helped develop DK. There's proof that like what he's teaching has worked for a guy who might have some similarities to you, not obviously like very similar. Does that give you more confidence in a coach when there's sort of proof of concept?
Yeah, not for sure, 100%. Just seeing him day in and day out, and how he breaks stuff down in film, and how he's trying to get us to apply it to the field is very eye opening to us. So it's for sure helpful a lot.
Are there specific parts of your game from last season where you're like, I really want to get better at this, whether technique or?
I mean, nothing just too broad. I feel like it was a few obvious plays last year where I kind of just lost focus, attention to detail wasn't all the way there. So just like I said, just going in this year, just I can like confidently say I'm like far more just ready for it this season, more confident. So I feel like a part of that just came with the first year. Jitters still kind of feel my way around everything, but this year I'm more confident, like I said before.
What's it like being in that wide receiver room now without Keenan and Mike there?
It's different for sure, but that's just them making room, I guess, for us to step up, grow up, a little bit quicker as a leader. Still got guys like Josh, and it's still been steady. It's still been real good. We all in there day in and day out, learning from each other, bouncing ideas off each other. So it's been all right.
Were you surprised when they moved on from Mike and Keenan? Like it's
I wouldn't.
kind of there for the taking for you?
I wouldn't 100% expecting it, but I mean, this the NFL. I'm not really surprised about a lot of things that go on. So it was. At that point, just was what it was. I texted both of them. It was like good luck, and they said what they had to say to me, and then from that moment, there, just me taking an accountability like that happened. That was the leaders last year, so I just got to step up, lock in a little bit more, be that leader that they were for the rest of the guys this year.
Do you feel like the relationship between you and Justin has kind of grown into your second year?
Yeah, for sure, better. Like I keep saying before, kind of just going off of everything last year. Seeing the mistakes, kind of locking in with them more during practice. If I feel like something was off about a throw or a route that I did, I'm like, hey, like how can I fix that? Like, what do you see? And then he'll tell me what he sees, and then I'll tell him what I feel. And then it's just kind of been back and forth with that. But been real good, real excited to go into this next season with him.
But you mentioned confidence a few times. Sitting here right now today compared to a year ago, are your expectations for yourself the same? I mean, have you adjusted it at all? Or do you still feel like you could be the player that first round pick and all the expectations maybe that you had last year, if they're still there?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. But only this time I know what to expect. Coming in playing certain teams. How, like I said before, like how I go just about everyday life of being an NFL player. Just everything more mapped it out. The road kind of is more clear for me now. Like my expectations never changed for myself. Even through the bad games I had last year, I was never like maybe I can't do it because at the end of the day I still hold myself to a high standard and feel like I'm not here for no reason. So
if you're gonna articulate it, what's the biggest lesson you learned from last year?
I feel like the biggest lesson that I learned from last year, just for myself, I guess, confidence in my route running. I feel like I was pretty good in some areas, some routes, but going back, a lot of stuff I could have been just a little bit lower on some routes or had more patience with other things. I feel like a lot of my stuff last year was kind of rushed, and it was kind of a mix between kind of just like anxiousness and just like, okay, like I need the ball instead of being on the quarterback's time. I was trying to rush and be on my time, but this year kind of just realizing like the progressions and all that stuff and just being more confident, like I just said, in my route running. So I feel like it's the main thing.
We saw you working off to the side today. Was there anything?
No, everything's cool. That was just a plan, a light day for me. But I'll be back. I'm good. Everything's cool.
You said earlier about like there were moments where you looked to and you said like I could have been more focused or I could have been lower. Like, do you have an example of any of those that you point to where you were like from last season?
Yeah, from last season, kind of the main one, the one that still kind of sticks in my head, the obvious one, versus Green Bay. That one, it was obviously he was scrambling. I kind of just eased up because I wasn't sure what he was doing instead of just keeping on my path, which I obviously should have did, which I would have had an easier catch for me. And then just at the catch point, just taking my eyes off it, not looking it all the way in. And I feel like that kind of it was just lack of focus altogether. Something that's to me, my coaches, my teammates, I owe far better and just was straight up unacceptable. So I always kind of go back to that moment when I step on practice, or if I'm feeling a certain type of way at practice, I'm feeling like I don't feel like it. I always go back to, okay, like if I take a day off here, it'll kind of correlate or just wind down into a game like that, which obviously I do not want again. So
You watched that play again this offseason?
I watched it a few times. It wasn't nothing I was really just trying to have my eyes on, but it's like, let me go back and feel what I felt right then so I can, continue to work hard.
A day where you didn't necessarily want to go work out.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's like let me pull it up real quick. Kind of got mad at myself again. Yeah, I'm working out for about 4 hours after that. So, yeah.
Do you feel like most of with the drops and everything, most of it can be attributed to concentration.
100%, 100%. Because because with all the balls that I caught, I'm looking at them, looking into the tuck, and literally every single one of my drops last year, it was like, okay, I see the ball, I'm looking to run upfield, and I'm taking my eyes off it. Obviously, you can't catch something you can't see, so that was the main thing with that. That's why I go back to focus, just actually being locked in, laser focused, just and being more detailed in everything I do. I'm not just route running like I said before, but in my catches, it's a lot to actually catching football. If you just kind of just break it down, it's not just catching. Like, okay, it's like catch it, have it right here, eyes to the tuck, so it's secure. The way you hold it after the catch and stuff like that, just something that I just needed to pick up more.